What's up, guys? I am here with Ethan and Belle. Their Instagram handle is Live For Your Try, all one word.
It is.
That's pretty awesome. They're gonna show us their van, and it's like another stealth vehicle, which I love. Ethan by trade is a technical electrician.
Correct, yep.
Yeah, so electrician. So guys, this thing is like an electrical masterpiece. I'll put it that way. Yeah, amazing electrical work. So we're gonna go into a little bit of detail in this video. Hopefully it helps. Let's get it going. Ethan, you spent a lot of time on this build.
Fair amount, somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 hours.
Damn, that's a lot of hours, man. Word is you might be selling this.
Correct, yeah.
Look them up on Live For Your Try on their Instagram. Possibly hit them up, see if it's still for sale, see if it's going to be for sale.
Absolutely. So starting up in front, what we have is a double-din 10-inch touchscreen. It splits if we want for navigation and Spotify. Both front seats swivel. Underneath of the front seats, we have two flush-mounted self-powered 10-inch subwoofers. Moving back from there, underneath of our little deck here, so your feet can reach while you're sitting. 120 amp DC to DC converter, because we're running lithium batteries, so that allows us to tap into the full potential of our alternator and properly charge our lithium battery bank.
Well, now that you're already said there, we might as well say how big your whole system is while we're at the beginning of the video here. So how many amp hour battery do you have? We
have a 600 amp hour lithium battery.
Okay, and how many watts of solar you got on that bad boy roof of yours?
We have a kilowatt of solar on the roof with a mahogany deck between it.
So you have 1,000 watts on the roof of solar.
Correct, yep.
Or you like to say kilowatt because he's an electrician. 600 amp hours. Yep. You have a huge inverter.
3,000 watt inverter.
3,000 watt inverter, and obviously your charge controller can handle all of that.
Yes.
So again, electrical wizard. I'm gonna step on in so I can get a better shot of you.
We've got a very large quartz deep sink, low flow water spout.
Low flow because we have limited water in your van.
We have a 40-gallon water tank under our top step. And then underneath of our shower, we have a 16-gallon gray water tank.
And everything's inside. So
everything's inside. So we've been in negative 15 degrees. We have a Webasto diesel heater, and our ducting runs right by all of our water tanks. So even at negative 15, we're able to take showers, and we don't have any issues with potential freezing.
So you thought all this through. It wasn't just like, hey, we're gonna throw everything in a van and we'll live out of it.
Yep, absolutely.
That tile, is that real behind that?
No, it's Duma wall. It's vinyl interlocking tongue and groove tile. Advertised as 100% waterproof. We just have a small bead of silicone between the tongue and the groove.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
We've got a small water purification system here. So if we're picking up in sketchy areas, we have clean water to drink. Underneath of our sink, a little bit of a mess. We have a vacuum cleaner, all of our plumbing, water filtration system, and our 2.5 gallon Bosch electric water heater.
And because of your low flow with that hot water, you're able to take how long of a hot shower?
Roughly 10 to 15 minutes.
Cool.
You do need a low flow shower head to do that.
Right.
We have a very low flow shower head.
Obviously we're limited in counter space. So we have this guy comes up.
Boom.
Use it as a cutting board, table. This is our 2-burner induction cooktop. It's pretty much all I know about it.
All right, how many, do you know the wattage?
Oh,
what it pulls?
1800 watt.
1800 watt?
I knew that one. We use cast iron on it because the magnet, right?
Cast iron inducts better than stainless.
It
does?
It does.
That's good to know for me because I actually want induction, so
Yes.
thank you for telling me.
No, if you put any stainless steel, it makes this high-pitched screeching sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's sickening.
So you have the 2-burner stove, which is
Yeah.
2-burner cooktop, and then right underneath that, you have a awesome convection oven.
A microwave oven, which I thought was just slang for a microwave, but it's actually an oven and a microwave.
So you guys can pretty much cook like a turkey in that thing.
Cookies and pizza is all we've done so
Cookies
far.
and pizza?
Priorities.
No turkeys?
No turkeys.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
microwave, grill, convection, everything. Storage under here. Our heavy
Cool.
cast iron pans, in case they fall out while we're driving.
Awesome.
Don't want to get knocked out by those.
Also underneath of that is a false floor, which has our Webasto heater under there. It's ducted throughout the van. It comes out up by your feet up here, comes out by Belle's feet back there, and then it's also ducted into the garage to prevent mold.
It's pretty cool. It's for prevent mold. So you have your garage is heated.
Correct. So if anyone wants to move in over the next couple months,
Yeah, you fit in there quite nicely. There's a cool little picture. Maybe I'll throw up right now of you sitting in there, and there's plenty of room. All right, so let's move to the back.
This is our shower.
This is your shower, and you
And our bathroom.
and your toilet. Okay, and that's
Not while we're driving. That locks in over there.
oh, it does.
Yep, it locks in right there.
Oh,
so
cool.
that it's nice and secure while we're driving. So if we
you don't
slam
have-
on our brakes, we don't have a party. We have a mahogany chair.
Oh, cool.
Yep. sit
That's
and
spring
shower.
loaded, and I see that you have a vent in there,
Yes.
and you have, I believe, 3 vents. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
One. We have one up in here. You can't really see it because the pillow is in there.
And that,
That's to vent.
Ethan, is that for all of your electronics to vent out, or?
Correct. Everything from here is all vented out through the ceiling here, because our induction cooktop radiates a little bit of heat. Our oven radiates heat. Our compressor for the fridge radiates heat or produces heat. Also above we have a small air conditioner that air conditions the sleeping quarters off of our lithium battery bank, so we don't have to be on shore power.
What's the brand of the AC? Because I know I'll get questions on that.
The air conditioning unit is actually for dog houses. It's called the Hounditioner.
You have a doghouse air conditioner?
Correct. It cools up to 90 cubic feet. Our sleeping quarters is about 65 to 70 cubic feet, so it cools it quite well.
Do you know the draw on it?
Don't quote me on it. I think it's 350 watts, and
pretty
it's
good.
Around 1,500 BTU, so it's a pretty small air conditioner.
But it fits your, like you said, your sleeping quarters, keeps you comfortable at night in hot weather.
Absolutely.
Cool. That's actually pretty darn cool if you ask me.
Closes
Oh, that's really nifty.
while we're showering. Keep all the moisture out of the van.
How
and then
nifty
we
is that?
ventilate it out.
What is that? What do you know the brand?
I believe Nautilus makes it.
Okay, so it's like made for boats.
Based upon the name, you would think so, but I've seen it in a couple camper vans since.
Okay. Ethan, what is the purpose of all this?
So the top 120 millimeter fans are to circulate air from the garage back into the cabin here. Reason being, if you throw wetsuits, ski gear, whatever it might be, in the garage, it causes mold. So our Webasto heater is ducted into the garage, so as it heats, it pulls the moisture back in here. So the Webasto heater actually pulls the moisture out of the air. Anyone that has a Webasto heater knows that it sucks all the moisture out of the air. Right below that is our high altitude switch for programming if you're above 8, 9, 10,000 feet. Next in line we have our 128 millimeter fans. This switch is, which we haven't talked about yet, we have radiant heated floors. So right now our heated floors are on. I think it's 65 or 70 outside, so.
That's why my feet are warm right now.
So it just helps out. Anybody that has a camper van knows as cold air passes underneath, you need to wear your shoes because the floors get so cold. Next is our water pump, and last in line is our Bosch electric hot water heater.
And you did a really cool design feature where you put like metal bars over it so
Yeah.
you can lean right up against it. Nothing's gonna get tampered with
Correct.
or injured in any way or
Yeah, we
whatever
can
it may
lean up
be.
against it, seconds as another seat. Moving down from there, we have our solar display. From there is how much we're pulling out of our battery bank, both our Victron units. Then we have our Victron inverter charger on-off switch. Below that is my distribution panel, where I have my AC breakers and my DC fuses.
What kind of fridge do you have?
We have a 12-volt Dometic fridge. It is their second largest fridge in this series.
Let me get it.
We haven't had any issues with it. It locks in place, and when you go to park it for some time, you can lock it open so you don't get mold in there and whatnot.
Cool.
That's pretty great.
So your bed is a full-size bed, from what I remember.
The bed is a full-size bed. It looks very small and claustrophobic from here, but once you're in there, it opens up quite a bit.
It opens up nicely, and
Yep.
you have even a flip-down TV screen.
Correct.
Your feet tuck underneath the cabinetry on the left side.
It does.
All right, Belle, thank you for getting up into the bed for us.
No problem.
So we're going to explain the bed. We're going to show a quick shot of Ethan up there, just so you guys can see. But Belle is up there right now to explain the whole bed.
This is a full-size bed. Here we have our TV. It's down.
It's pretty nifty
Yeah.
to watch all your Harry Potter.
Yep, watching Harry Potter. And then down here, so our feet go under our storage space.
And that hasn't been a problem for you guys.
No.
It's good.
No, so far so good. So, yeah, our clothes are in here in these bins, which is actually, this is actually a lot more space than you realize. So, all our clothes are in here.
Fit no problem.
No problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really like how you guys did your cabinets. Can you open that up for me again?
Yeah.
I like how you did that. How it's like so you did like the pine and then you just used to connect them. Right?
You nailed it.
Yeah.
That's pretty nifty. I like
This
that.
was a pain to polyurethane.
Was
I'm
it?
sure you can imagine being crouched in here with a paintbrush and a bucket.
Hey, but you did it.
But we did it. Tap lights. So you just tap it. You
Oh,
know,
cool.
The blue light for the ambiance.
Oh, cool.
And then you can dim them if you want, or brighten them. We have our little phone charging stations up here.
So they're like his and her nightstands that are there.
Exactly.
Oh, those are pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, and then underneath here,
Your bed?
we have subfloor to prevent mold.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of people have mold issues under their beds because the moisture, air to flow through.
Oh, that's really nifty. So what kind of, is that like a concrete subfloor?
Correct. If you were going to refinish your basement to allow air to pass underneath your flooring, you put that down, but it also works great to allow air to go underneath your bed.
Beautiful. So I was about to go back to the garage, and you kind of got mad at me just now that we did not
Furious.
mention something about the woodworking. Maybe because your father would be upset with us.
Yes,
Your dad helped you with the build.
he did. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a carpenter, not an electrician, so pretty good pair.
There you go. That works out really well.
Yep.
What is all the wood in here?
So it's all 1x8 knotty tongue and groove pine. Every single plug is hand cut and it's mahogany. We're all trimmed out. Every single edge in here is trimmed out in mahogany, and all of the countertops and steps are oak.
Wow. I love the pine work, by the way. The pine, it's all natural. You just polyurethane it over.
Correct.
That's
Yep.
it. So you guys kept it natural.
It also keeps it very, very light in here because we're kind of a stealth fan. We don't have any exterior windows, so it gives it a very cabin-esque feel, very warm when it's cold out, or vice versa when it's warm out.
For anybody that does not want to have windows in their van, that's a really good tip. So let's go to the garage and check things out. You guys have a massive garage, which is so nice, right? I love it. It's so big and so beautiful. But even before that, I know I'm going to get questions on your insulation here.
Yeah.
So what the heck did you guys use for insulation?
We used closed cell spray foam, so it's moisture and vapor proof, and yeah, no chance we're gonna get mold in there. R20 just about all around, plus up to R40.
And you've had this in, like you said, you were in freezing temps.
Negative 15.
Negative 15, and you had no issues.
No issue. It was warm.
It was warm.
With the Webasto heater on its lowest setting, the inside was still 70 plus.
Boom, there it is. And you had those heated floors on.
Correct. We have no exterior windows. The only window that we have is this aft window here. And when these are open, everybody can see that there's some valuable things back here. So we had this custom made that pulls down.
Whoa.
It just prevents people from seeing all of our toys, whether it's our mountain bikes, road bikes, skis, snowboards, surfboards, whatever it might be. So we haven't put mountain bikes in here and road bikes because it's been winter time. But skis, snowboards, my pairs of skis and Bell's snowboard fits on these hooks. We've taken them out just for the video so you can actually see what's in here. Over here we have that 2 batteries, 600 amp hour lithium battery bank, all Victron, 3000 watt inverter.
Yep.
And then we have an 85 amp MPPT solar charger.
And you have lighting back here,
Yeah,
which is rare.
We have the standard lighting, which when you open up the back doors, the lights come on.
Okay.
But that wasn't nearly bright enough, so we put a little light switch off to the side here. And we have, you can't really tell because it's daylight, but 9 LED lights back here, so it's extremely bright in the night.
At nighttime, yeah.
We also have an AC outlet back here because if you've been hiking and you have sweaty shoes, we have a boot dryer or ski boot dryer.
Oh, nice. And you, like you said, you have your Webasto that will shoot back here as well.
Correct.
That will dry anything. Now we're gonna move to pretty much the outside of the van because this is where you guys get tricky with your stealth. This is your outside ladder.
Correct.
You guys don't have, like, I have a telescoping ladder. You guys have this nifty little contraption.
So when I first started looking at van builds, a lot of people have the standard ladder, and either that says I'm a camper or that says come climb me, which we didn't want either one of those. So I cut some aluminum square stock and powder coated it white and then bolted it through the frame. So it's very sturdy, and it doesn't look like a ladder, but it also allows air to pass through. So it doesn't make any noise, it doesn't whistle, doesn't howl. And then if you're gonna climb it, you want me to...
Yeah, we'll show the climb, sure.
So you just stick your hands in. Oh, hey, give it a whirl.
And you latch right on top of that upper deck.
You don't have to go all the way up.
No, you don't have to go all the way up. You can, yeah, why not? F it. There you go.
This is it.
So the van usually, I think these ProMasters are what, like 8 and change height-wise. So she's up right around
9.3.
9.3. So she's up 9.3.
We had to raise the solar deck off the van. I don't remember the exact amount of inches, but we had to raise it enough so that we could fit our 3 roof vents underneath the solar panels, which makes that stealth. Because if you ever see a roof vent on a van, you know somebody's living in it, which
pretty obvious.
With the tubes there, it blocks all sight. And yeah.
And then, so those tubes are pretty much for blocking purposes and storage.
Storage, yep. We can throw a tarp up there if you want to go camping and or skis, whatever fits in there.
Yeah, so that's I mean, it's a dual purpose everything.
It is.
So it's amazing. That's a really nifty idea. Your tubing's on both sides.
Correct.
Yeah,
tubing's on both sides. Just blocks all view from the sides, adds the storage, keeps it stealth looking.
Ethan and Belle, thank you guys so much for taking us on your tour of your awesome, cool, I'm going to say stealth van. This is pretty stealth. Like, you guys haven't had any issues?
We have not been knocked on. Not at all.
No, you've never been knocked on. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
We can park anywhere because the next door neighbor just thinks that the next door neighbor's getting plumbing done.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. And this is what it looks like, is a plumbing van.
It does. And
it's pretty cool. I mean, if you guys have ever seen plumbing vans, they have those big tubes. It's what it works out. Electrician, plumbing, same difference.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, this is the 2015 159-inch wheelbase Eco Diesel, so it's the 4-cylinder diesel.
The diesel, which they don't make them anymore.
Gets phenomenal gas mileage. Driving across country at 60 miles a gallon, we were getting 19.8 miles per gallon average.
After all this weight, which is remarkable.
Not the extended, so we didn't get the extra foot for those who...
Which you don't need. You really don't. Look at how much foot you guys fit in here. Ethan and Belle, Live Free or Try on Instagram.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it might be sold soon. So you guys are interested.
People are always like, you live in a van? I'm like, this is the nicest thing I've lived in. It's just a smaller space.
I'm so glad you said
with
that.
The details, and it's definitely the nicest thing I've lived in.
Again, guys, Live Free or Try on Instagram. Check them out, Ethan and Belle. If you have any questions, don't bombard them too much.
We'd love to help out if we can.
Yeah, they do. They're really, really nice people, so they will help you if possible. Later!